Okay, I see you posting heckin' puns in the chat as soon as I start. How's it going, Grossmeister? I hope you're having a good day. Jeez. Gotta get my stream set up. Heckin' puns right off the bat. I hope you've been having a good week. Let me change my screen real quick so you can see where we've got to. I'd actually like to change straight to, straight to here. Because this is what we're doing today, and this is heckin', let that do its thing. This is how far we've got. So I made some progress behind the scenes when no one was looking, and I added legs. I added some little legs. I also added a couple of hair, and I did some refining on the eyes. So I added a change of eyes, mainly not so much what the eyes look like, although I think I did change that a little bit, but more in like where all the layers are. So the layers are a bit neater now. Yes. I'm not reading them aloud. I'm not doing it. I see them there. It's too early. It's too early for this many puns. I swear. God damn it. God damn it. Heck. Wait, can I put on my angry face? Where's my angry face? There it is. Yeah, this is the face I pull when I get puns first thing in the morning. It's too early for this. What are you doing? Dear. Do you just have like a joke book right next to you? I do wonder how people manage to find this many puns. I guess maybe you could just search it on the internet. But it seems like a lot of the time people just have them to hand. Like they've just come across them and they're just like, yeah, I'll keep that one. Dear. But yeah, this is as far as we got. And did I do anything else? I added the trousers. That took a moment. And the hair took a moment, but I haven't... Oh, goodbye. I haven't done all the detailing on the hair, and you can kind of see that. Like the fringe is not detailed yet. It's just the hair balls that are detailed, like the balls of wool, where we've got the plaits, and I got little crochet hooks and little knitting needles. You can't see the balls at the end of the knitting needles as well because the background is orange, but if we remove the background, you can see them kind of well. They're right there. It's just because then you can't see the top as well, so we keep the orange background for now. Oh my god! Thank you for the horn. Dear. Yeah, I don't know, they look pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them. They all end up pretty cute, and then we've got on the other side too. I need to put all the texturing on the fringe, but there's so much to do that it's not really a priority. I can come back and do that. I don't know if I'll make you watch me do that on stream because that's gonna take a minute. Freeman, how goes it? I hope you're having a good day. And hi, Red. Welcome on in. I was just showing the progress we made. I added trousers. So, last time when we left off, I don't think we had trousers and I don't think we had any hair. But now we got hair and we got trousers, but no detail on the trousers. And we got a crochet hook and 2 knitting needles in the hair, but no more detail. And we also don't have any back hair, which is why we've got that like purple space here. So the hair's pretty like basic level right now. I need to add a bit more so that when you turn the head to the side, you have back hair. Yes, trousers, yes. So that what can happen with these, basically it means that I can, when this is not exactly how it'll go because there'll be a lot of warping involved with this, but when the character moves from left to right, I can move her legs up and down like this so that she can move her little legs out. Yes. So we could be like bam, 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 wah, wah. And that'll probably be linked to the rotation of the head, I want to say, or maybe like this kind of rotation. I'm not sure. That's how I did my tentacles, so it'll be similar. Gressa, how goes it? I hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. What am I not ready for? I swear to God, if you're waiting for the horn cooldown, it do be early. I'm probably not ready. I'm just showing you how the legs are gonna go. So, not quite like this, but, you know, similar to this. You know, she'll move her head to the side and the legs are gonna spin like pinwheel. you know. Wah! Damn, that's a move. I know, right? You know, someone enters the chat and you spin your leg at them. It's a power move. Oh dear. I could do this with most of her parts at this point, but it's not probably going to be so dramatic. So I've kind of got her, not that you can see, but she's kind of got like underwear as like a separate part. Sorry, I'll enter this and then go. Yeah. So if I beep boop, she's got underwear like pants, because that means that I can do her legs like beep boop all over the place. You spin me. Yes. We have liftoff. Yeah. So that when people come in and you need to leave, you can just spin your legs around, become helicopter and leave. That's the move. Ah dear. Yeah, so I have these as separate layers now. So we have the pants and these so that the legs can move out. Yeah, kind of. Because you would have movement from the hips. I'm not doing knee movement because honestly, most people don't show their VTubers like kind of how I'm showing mine today. They don't show them from the waist down very often, so it's not so important. And the trousers are quite baggy, so it'd be a pain. Where is Boo Boo? Did you join when I was doing my boop boop boop? Welcome on in, Boo Boo. How's it going? I hope you're having a good day. How goes all the heckin' streams? And then I think the rest of it, yeah, I need to actually get some of these attached to the correct pieces. Like the buttons attached to the straps and stuff like that. And then I've got the dungaree buttons, my pencil, my death reader, the pocket, which covers those up, neck, back of head. Yeah, we'll be working a bit on this piece today because we need all the hair for that bit. And that's got its outline still. I can probably join those, but I won't just yet. And then these is where I've kind of neatened things up a little bit while you've not been here. And also added a few things. So we have a couple of plaits. I'm going to add more hair there because more swish is always good. Like, look at all this swish. We love all this swish. And we have the buns now. You good? Bun. I have the needles within the bun, but they are separate things. So if I open the bun up, I can just remove one needle, 2 needles, and the crochet hook. They are all separate layers. So don't worry about that. They're all separate. Someone has done, oh hi, both my legs and begin to spin at 500 RPM. That's how it goes. You know, someone comes in, you just have to spin at high speeds. You need emotes for that kind of thing. As the VTuber, very important. Because, you know, some emotions that you have as a real life person, like your legs spinning at 500 RPM, you just can't replicate very easily without having them as emotes. I'm back. Oh shoot! I hope your Wi-Fi is okay. That's concerning. I hope it's alright. I wonder if the spinning legs would make a swoosh noise. See, I've not found a way of getting anything to link. I think you'd need like a soundboard and have everything linked like that, so that when you click a button, it activates like on a soundboard and it activates the emote so that you have them on the same hotkey, if that makes sense. So you could hotkey a sound and the emote, because I have hotkey emotes right now, but like they're not with any sort of, you know, they're not I don't have hotkey sounds. But if I had sounds, I could have like a sound come on at the same time as me doing an emote. Like I could have my guitar come up and it can make like a strum sound, right? That'd be kind of cool. Or I could have my jellyfish come on and it could be like bloop. You find it kind of sick. Yeah. You know, she could have her legs spinning and it could go whoosh. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I saw that she has 2 different eyebrows now. She has this one and this one. It's like a really subtle change, but it's for the 2 different eye types. So we now have, I'll put one on each. The left eye. So you can kind of see there that there's 2 different eye types as far as the eyelashes go. We have one very chill eye and one very like eyelashy eye. That's going to be a personal preference thing, whether you want a more feminine character or not, because we're also going to do one where we remove the boobs, so that we don't have like a really busty character. So you might choose to have that. Because I don't know who's going to be receiving this yet, I just want to cover my bases, basically. I'm not going to make them hyper masculine, but I am going to have like a more neutral setup so that they can be more feminine or more neutral. It'd be difficult to make the shape that I'm giving this character completely masculine, to be quite truthful. I'd have to go very, very cartoony and then redraw the whole thing. And I don't really want to do that. I like the design idea. I will redo the hair, I think, so there's 2 hairstyles. But yeah, I'm going to work on this hairstyle for today. 0 out of 10, and mostly just, I know, it's terrible. Honestly, I've been thinking that's been lacking for a while with this YouTuber model. I'm like, wow, nothing spins fast enough. We got the jiggle, but none of the spin. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And then I was almost going to take away her teeth, but I've kept them. If you've not seen the teeth, this is what the teeth look like. Of course, they won't end up looking like that, but it's just so that at any point when the mouth is open, you do see the teeth. But I've decided to keep them. I don't know. They like goblin teeth and I like them. Did somebody say goblins? Ah! Yeah. We might have said goblins. How's it going, Shifty Blue Guy? I hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. We're just going through, I've actually changed, so I've been working on this in the background. That's very close. So I'm just showing some of the updates. I'm gonna really quickly just put these both back on and fix the eyebrows that I've done since last stream. Imagine booba spinning at that speed, it'd be dangerous. I think that'd be against Twitch terms of service. I don't think you're allowed to do content which specifically focuses on the boobs. And I think boobs spinning at 500 RPM might be considered content that specifically focuses on the boobs. I don't know. I could be wrong. We could try and say that it's for science. Oh dear. Oh. Ah! It's how I always get into my goblin voice, is I do that and then I'm like, I'm in the zone. You know? Yeah, you have like a thing you do to get into the zone. That's how I get into the zone for goblin. You see, I could never have a VTuber character like this because I'd meme the heck out of it. I think she's so cute. And then I'd rock up like, hello! Welcome to Crafts! And everyone would be like, no. That's not the voice you give her. No. Oh dear. Oh, it's this one again. This song. You're not allowed to do boob-specific content unless you're in a hot tub, then it's 100% okay. Well, I think the idea is that if you're in a hot tub and you focus on the boobs, that's your choice, right? Like, am I saying that I agree with it? No. But I think that's the logic in like, well, what else are you going to wear in a hot tub? But then if you focus on it, that's your fault. Deary me. Sipping my tea. Excuse me 2 seconds. Why would they spin in the same direction or would they spin independently of each other? They'd spin independently and they'd smack in the middle. So that you could get like a good sound effect. Sorry. There's only one way this can work. Whenever I think goblins, I think of... Oh, what is lamp please, key please? Wait, is this... Wait. Again, I'm sorry, I'm in slime mode. Oof. Swoosh, swoosh, yeah, it'd be like that! But like at exceptionally high speed. Oh dear. Right, we have a few things to do today. We have the hair, so the parting in the center. Although I'm not sure if I'm going to do a center parting, I'm just going to have them rose up to the front. Not sure. I'm considering a center parting so that it's easier for the hair to look like it's going into the buns. But then I do also like the idea of the rose going up to the front. I have the two options. But I am thinking to have them going into the buns would look a little more realistic for this hairstyle. Difficult. The goblins at Gringotts. Oh, it's those! Ah, dear. I'm terrible. We all have our own idea of goblins, right? Mine are incredibly buff. Incredibly buff. Oh no! You spilled the heckin' vanilla milk? I'm so sorry. Honestly, I feel that pain, because that's not only do you have to clean up the spillage, you also don't get to drink the milk. I'm sorry. I hope you manage to get some more. Or a nicer one. Horn, please! Horn! Oh dear. We also need to do the arms, because right now she is armless. She also doesn't have feet. I am thinking slippers. I don't know if anyone else is on the same train of thought as me, but like, this looks like a comfy outfit. I'm also still on the cardigan. I still want to give her a big old cardigan. A big old cardigan and slippers. Does that not sound cute? It's a very casual outfit. I know a lot of VTubers have very like sparkly and like well, I'm naked basically, but like I'm not a good example. Crocs with socks. Crocs with socks would make too many people fight. Listen, I don't want to. I'm gonna be giving this to somebody else. I don't want to give them a war. I like the idea, but that's a lot of chaos. So I made one of them a little higher so that we could get a little sock action though. Because I did want to show one of the socks. But then the other one, there's going to be no sock. So it's just going to be a little Pika sock. I wanted a little sock, you know? Just a bit. Bobs need to be bigger for views. I don't know. You say that, but like... I think once they've got jiggle on them, you might be surprised. Because jiggle really do be making these things look big. The other thing is, she's got a wide head, so these probably don't look that big. But yeah, I'm gonna do a flat-chested version too. Like a more masculine style chest. Or I guess it'd be more unisex style chest, because women can have flat chest too. But yeah. One without boobs, basically. But I'll probably do that off stream, because otherwise it's going to get very confusing. It'll be like boobs in, boobs out. Where do they go? Here they are again. Where they go? Here they are again. So I'm going to focus on just building up this side of the character and then doing the other version too. They'll probably be then separated into 2 files, and then I can rig them separately, I think. Bed goes up, bed goes down. That's what I'm thinking. Rig them separately would be easier because... Yeah. I'm a thick boy goblin when I want to be a VTuber. Oh dear. I mean, I am going to give this one away. This is going to be a giveaway, hopefully in October. So, hey, if you enter it, you might win this VTuber. Who will have a slightly more masculine version too. It won't all be female. I'm just doing the female version right now. But he's not going to be like muscular. That's how I imagine goblins. I imagine them like exceptionally muscular. Because I've been watching that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Clap those goblin cheeks. And I like the chief or the town leader. He's my favorite. My favorite goblin. He's also one of my favorite characters. He was also... Shifty might remember this. I think the town leader from that time I got reincarnated as a slime was one of my Discord pictures at one point. I don't know if you remember that. I had the... I had the picture. No, it's not my Discord picture. It's my Roll20 picture. That's what it was. I had the picture of the heckin' buff goblin. That's what it was. I remember. Not my Discord picture. That was always Spaghetti Girl. But Oh dear. Clap, clap, clap. God damn it. Maybe. Yeah, yeah. Right. Let's get the hair sorted so that we don't have this part. I am going to hide a few things, like the fringe and the front of the head. This is going to look a bit weird for a while. Don't worry too much. I'm also going to make the buns opaque. Just so that I know where I'm aiming for, but like, because I need somewhere to aim for, I just don't necessarily want to be there right now, you know? And then I need, is it this one? That's terrible. Okay, I need to get rid of the eyes and mouth. There we go. That's better. Oh dear. Looks funny. Doesn't the animated thing represent how you feel inside? It doesn't have to be. I'd say it can be fun to have a character that, I would say, you know, has things that you like on it, or has like, you know, something you're interested in. But a lot of people base their avatars on an animal or a creature, kind of like what I've done. And a lot of people base it on, what would you say? They have like a character idea. So there's like they do like a whole, like, there's a lot of character design involved in like character creation. So there's like a whole backstory to their character. So their character is like a character, if that makes sense. So it's not like a representation of them, it's a character that they come onto stream and are. And so there's that version of it too. Like in D&D. Yeah. So there's a few different ones. It could just be something you find really aesthetically pleasing. It could be something that you identify with to an extent. It could be based on an animal or creature that you really like, or it could be a full-on character that you play. Yeah, and I think all of them, they all bring something very different to the table. As far as like content creation goes, they're all very different. And I mean, for me, I like jellyfish. If you couldn't tell, I like jellyfish. I wanted to base my character off one of my favorite kinds of jellyfish, and that's what I did. But I don't think you have to base it. I also find jellyfish very aesthetically pleasing, to be fair. I do. But I don't know, you could really do it off anything, to be fair. Identify as chaotic good intentions, questionable methods. Okay, well, if you wanted to, you could make like a full D&D style character and play them as your VTuber. That'd be fair. Or, and thank you for the luck baitment. Or you could just make a character that you think's aesthetically pleasing. Because to be fair, here's the thing. You get a lot of people who VTube as the opposite gender. And they don't necessarily identify as the opposite gender, they just find it aesthetically pleasing. In the same way that you might play a video game as the opposite gender. Like you might log into an MMO and pick the female character while you are male. Or you might pick the male character while you are female. You just find it aesthetically pleasing, that's just what you want to play as. Right? And there's quite a few VTubers that do that. Because I like looking at that butt. Valid. Oh dear. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to be using a VTuber, it's something you're going to be looking at a lot. Like, I think it's important to be something that you like to look at. Like, if it's not something you like, you're going to get sick of it real quick. Ooh, that's not the one I wanted. I got it on pen tool, that's why. Put it on the curvature pen tool. So I'm actually going to have it go up a little bit. and do it like this. This should actually be quite easy because I will copy paste this just down. So it shouldn't be too difficult. I just need to like get the colors and such and the width kind of right. I think this one is this color? Yeah. Very nice. And then, yeah, I'll probably just want to have that copy pasted down. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Are you accepting orders? I think I'd like to create a character because I'm shit at painting in computers now. I'm really sorry. Personally, I don't do commission. You know, I don't like commission work. It's not for me, you know? But I appreciate the offer. It's very kind of you. That being said, there are a lot of people on Twitch that do. Like, as much as I don't want to kick people out of my stream, if you jump through the art tag on Twitch a little bit, you might find one or two that are doing very similar work to me today and that are doing commissions. So, as much as I don't do commissions, it's not too difficult. The thing is, it is quite a lot of work, so it is a little bit expensive if you want something that is good quality. Heads up. It's not... VTuber commissions are expensive. Yes. Because... I mean, if you want an idea of the time that goes into it, I am very much a novice, and I can easily put like 80 hours into one VTuber. So, and if you think paying someone for 80 hours work, they don't charge that much, but like if you imagine paying someone for 80 hours work, yeah, it can be quite expensive. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Okay, bye. Listen, I respect it. Yeah, that's... Whenever anyone asks for commissions, I always feel a bit bad because, like, first of all, I'm not really good enough to do commissions, but second of all, I know there are people out there that are doing them. Just gotta find them. Twitter's also a good place to find people doing VTuber commissions, to be fair. A lot of people will post them on Twitter, like their new ones, and then they might not be open right now, but they'll post when they are open again, because they might only book like 1 or 2 months in advance. And again, like, bear in mind that it can take a very long time to do a VTuber. And I am an amateur, very much an amateur, so mine don't take as long as some people's. Some people's easily take 100 hours plus. So I'm just trying to get this color. Oh, actually, I think I got this color from... There you go. Yeah. Should really add it to the swatches, but not smart. But thank you for Minecraft. Heck! This is why I do creative. Because I'm a chicken. Get cats. Oh, I love cats. And dogs. Okay. And then just pick the colours again. Let's go for... I'm feeling green this time. Yeah, that's nice. And I'm just gonna keep doing this like most of the way down this. I don't need to go the whole way down, but I'm gonna keep going. Because, again, this is for making the face tan look good. If I was to add the fringe back on, for instance, yeah, I actually only need like one more, but if I turn the face, it might not look quite so good. The other thing is, I think I might have these be a little closer together. Like, they can be long, but I think they should look a little closer. Is that better? Yeah, I think that will look a little better. Yeah! Very nice. Yes. Sorry, sometimes you just need to stare at something for a minute and be like, are you what I want? Maybe. Duplicate that layer. I'm gonna do another yellow. Another yellow. And then maybe I'll do a red. Who knows? And then it doesn't make it look as organic to do it like this. This is the only thing. So I might go back and change these a little. Who knows? We'll see how I feel about it. It might end up looking okay, and I might not want to go back and change it, but I might. Yeah. Okay, we should have all our color palette back now. Yeah. Let's do another pink one. And because yeah, that looks very straight. Most people will. Did I show you my cosplay? No, you have not shown me your cosplay. You said you had pictures of it, and then you were like, oh. But then we got I think a bit sidetracked. Also time zones, probably. Do I want another yellow one? I almost do. Maybe I don't want another red one. I don't know. God, it's difficult. It's difficult to make things look random. Making things look random is hard. Let's do another red one. Sure. And then a green. I can always come back and change these colours, but I think that should be good. I probably don't actually need to go down that far either, because assuming, yeah. Also, oh my, that's too far. Oh no, it's not too far because this isn't where that's going to end up being. Okay. I turn to the side now. I'll have good side stuff. Yes. Cosplay and sewing, it's in there. Oh heck yeah! Also, thank you for horn. We have a look. Cosplay and sewing. Oh. Wait, you got such good photos. And you got photos with other people. Oh my god. To be fair, I'd say with a heckin' Star Wars cosplay, good choice, because as well, you're gonna find other people probably to take photos with. Oh, they look great. Oh dear. You do blend right into the Star Wars universe. And I actually kind of love your bag. It's actually kind of do be adorable. Heck yeah! Oh, that looks awesome, Sandman. That looks really, really cool. Love your shoulders. I love your heckin' trousers. Yeah, you blend right in. Sick. Oh dear. Heck yeah. Anytime I see pictures from a Comic-Con, I want to go. I want to go right now. Okay. Let's group this and then duplicate that group. By next year, I'm going to find a better top and bottom armor, and I've been watching Man Learning non-stop for 3 weeks so I could memorize his lines and acting. Heck yeah! Perfect. Oh, I bet you made a lot of people's days then. I am going to change the colours of some of these, by the way, so they're not all the same colour. I'm gonna put this one about there, and make them kiss in the middle. Like that. A little middle kiss. Nice. I will, however, remove these because these are too high up and probably need to be more like, yeah. Because that way if I bring the, yeah, that's better. Yeah, that looks good. That's where we want it. I'm going to go into this one now and change some of the colours so that they're not all the same. So just go in and be like, well, I actually want this one to be this colour. I'm going to say this one's going to be pink. And then the pink one above it's going to be green. And then we can have a yellow one. And then another green maybe. And then a red. And then a yellow. And then a pink. Okay, make it look a little bit more random. Oh, I'm not sure about that green one there actually. That one I might change to red. Yeah, that one might need to be red. That's okay. It's just a bit too close to the green one that's right there. It looks a bit off. That's okay. And then do that and go to the buns, make them 100%. That should. It's a bit flat, but it gets them in there. I'm gonna warp them a bit, I think. Yay! Zay! How goes it? We are slowly but surely building this up. We also need some shading on the face, I think. Let's warp some stuff. Edit, transform, distort. Oh, not this. Okay. Edit, transform. Skew. It's not skew. Whee! I think it is just this one. I just wanted to go a little higher, but not lose too much of its, yeah. I think. Yeah, that's a bit better. And then let's do this one and do the same thing. Oh, that's perspective. I go to distort, put it up a bit. There you go. Don't lose too much though. Hopefully that looks a little more natural. As natural as maybe wool hair can look. It's a blind, mute, armless, featureless snork. Right now it is, yeah. I mean, it hasn't got any of its face yet, but yeah, there you go. There you go. that better, Zay? Do you prefer this? Oh dear. Right, I need to take these two and move them down a little bit also. Yeah. I think I might actually move the back of the head down too. So just go down to there. I think I only probably need that to there. Good. Yeah. Oh, that's cute. Right? She a goblin, but she hoards craft things instead of like gold and shinies. She hoards all the crafts. So she's got like wool hair, which I still need to put all the textures on. And she's got lots of buttons. We're gonna put more shiny things on her dungarees because her dungarees are still a bit stark. And then we're gonna have a big cardigan. Yeah. She hoard all the shinies, but not actually shinies. Actually craft stuff. And so, and then like you've got so whoever's gonna have this is gonna have a few emotes so that they can craft with it if they want to, and they can take the craft stuff out of this. Is this a VTuber? It will be. Hence all the heckin' weird layering. This is gonna be, actually, I think I might merge these. Oh. Not like that. Oh. Actually, that's not really a problem. Yeah, that's fine. I'll, oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you for the 50 dogs. Can't see the layering at the moment. That's true, to be fair. It's kind of behind me. It's like that. But, I'll be honest, I might just show you a lot of the layering at the end, because right now my layering is kind of a nightmare. Because I'm building up all of these individually. All of these are layers. You don't want to see it. I'm hiding it for a reason. It's disgusting. You don't want to see that, Nate. It's gross. Most turn into soup. They always do. They always hecking do. Are you using a crusty ass keyboard? What? My keyboard is clean. Listen, it might be dirty, but it's clean. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow. I feel attacked. My keyboard is clean. Okay, so I do need to really quickly just bim, boom, 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 boom. And get rid of this too. Kind of a bit weird, but that's okay. Just so I can put some texture on these bits. I might actually just distort this bit. It's a little bigger there. There you go. Nice. Nice. I'm not convinced. Wow! What do you mean? I'm not showing it, but it is clean. I promise. Jelly, layering is the key to success. Create some goddamn folders. I have folders! And inside of them is nightmares. Don't look at them. Don't look inside my nightmare folders. You're not allowed to look. I will fix it up. Like, that's honestly a lot of what I do off stream, is I'm just fixing my folders up so that when I come back on stream it's like, and it's in a reasonable state again. Because otherwise, am I drawing on the right layer? Yeah. Otherwise that happens where I'm like, what layer am I even drawing on right now? I don't know. Half the time I really don't know. Also, I've been doing all of this and turning them into tiny breads. But they're not breads, they're they're meant to be wool. But that's okay. Thank you for the horns, eh? There you go. Don't look inside my nightmare folders. Don't! I have tried my absolute best to keep them good this time, because every other time I've had to go back and fix them. And it's... because otherwise you take them all into live 2D, and they're all named the same way, so you have you have like a million Leia, because they're all still named Leia, and it's like, oh no, what do? I don't know which one's my eye, because they're all still called like Leia 1, Leia 2, Leia 3, Leia 4. Like, how do I find my eyes? I'm not sure. So I learned my lesson. I label them now so that I don't lose them. And I put them in folders, which does make it a bit easier again. I would recommend that if you're using like Photoshop or something where you can put the layers in folders to do that, because then when you take them across to Live 2D, they stay in the folders. You still have to redo it all when you put them with the meshes and stuff, but like, it's just easier to find pieces, you know? And that's nice. Okay. Anything to make your life easier in that program, because it's not difficult, but it's a lot. There's a lot of things to keep an eye on, and so if you haven't named your stuff, it's good luck to you. Fortunately, the first one I did was like just the little jelly emote, and so it was not so bad when I realized like the mistake that I had made, you know? If I'd done it with this VTuber that I'm using right now, oh god. I don't think I would have been able to do it if I hadn't labeled the layers. I think I would have just given up. Oh. There you go. And next colour, that will be the dark green. Let's do that one. Also, I'm doing this to try and attempt to make these look a little bit more like textured. And not quite so just like sausages. It's like, I'm not using the pen tool though, so there's that. You know, small wins. I don't use the pen tool at this point. I had to do this with the entire ball of wool that is the buns, and it took forever. That's what I was doing last night when I was watching Bateman stream. Bateman last night was streaming Phasmophobia, and the entire time I was just here like, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Well, it's a bit long, that one. Boop. Oh dear. Got me through all of the beeps and the boops. To be fair, it's very funny. Because I feel like Bateman gets so scared comparatively to everyone else. Oh dear. It's good. It's good stuff. I like Phasmo. It's good. Phasmophobia is very fun. I don't get as spooked, I think. Because there's other people around. If there's other people around, I don't get as spooked. I need to be on my own to get scared. He does, doesn't he? Steve-O! Steve-O was playing with Bateman yesterday. It was very funny. Steve-O knows their stuff though. Steve-O is very good at Phasmo. So like Steve-O would be coming out with like, oh yeah, so this means this and this means this. And Bateman's there like, wah! Wah! And then Shifty is there with like auto-tune in the background having a rave. It's something. Dark's taking everyone's order for the chicken nugget run. Oh dear. I don't get scared too easily. Yeah, thinking about boobs, you love boobs? Me too! Me too! Oh dear. I find it fun, but not that scary. That's the same for me. It's like every now and again I get jump scared, but I don't really get scared. It's not like the same as like Alien, for instance, or like Resident Evil, where there's like a tension in the air for me. I don't get that same tension because there are other people there. Maybe if I was playing it on my own, it'd be different, but when there are other people like taking a chicken nugget order, like I just don't find that tension, you know? I agree with you. Only some jump scares spook me, yeah. The tension isn't there. Not for me, at least. And And to be honest, most of the jump scares will always come from chat for me. Because of the hecking horn and stuff. It's not so much from the game. The game might get me like 1 or 2 times, but most of the time when I get jump scared it's because of Twitch, not because of the game. So I don't even know if the game can take that, like the credit for that, because it's not the game. Go, and then last but not least, the pink. Hey, I didn't die, so that's true. It's Shifty's job not to die, but to get people killed, I think, though, right? That's a Shifty's job. It was so funny, as a viewer, in the I think it was it the asylum or no, it was a school. It was the big map, because everyone was like split up. And so every now and again, you'd hear somebody else's voice. And Shifty, you had that voice changer on. And so Bateman would be going in and out of rules, and then every now and again, you'd hear blah, 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 in the background. And that was you. It was so funny. Like hearing like random snippets of conversations and then hearing random garbage from you because of your voice change. And like watching Bateman's like spooked face. Oh, it was so funny. Oh, that was good stuff. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. Enjoyed just going in and out of the rooms and then hearing random like gargle voice changes stuff. Like, you were not that close, I don't think, because you could really just hear it in the distance. It was like the distant auto-tune. There's all this, like, ambience, and then there's just, like, distant auto-tune. Oh, it was so funny. Oh, yeah, that really got me. I don't know what it was about it. It was just very funny. Sometimes something tickles you. That tickled me. Survival of the fittest, evil is either you or me. Well, I'm here to sacrifice. That's me, IRL. Is it Shifty? Is it? Oh my god. You had so many voices. Oh god. Deary me. Oh, so funny. Oh, maybe I'll play Phasmo again at some point, but right now I'm kind of a bit busy for games. I just got so much happening. I'm just a bit like, well, I'd like to play video games, but I just don't have time. What the heck of time? I gotta do this one, and this thing, and that thing. One day, I'll play a video game. But it is not this day. There we go. And that's all of those ones. Yeah, it takes a little while to get all these done. I did some paid work. Now I go grocery shopping, but I don't wanna. Get yourself something nice while you're down there. That might make it feel a little better. Because I get you, I don't like leaving the house. Yeah, that looks better. Ah, dear. It's that texture stuff. I need to do the fringe too, because the fringe doesn't have any texturing on it. But the texture looks so much better. You just join us, Jelly. One of us. I would, but I have so much work to do in the evenings at the moment. I don't have the time, but otherwise I would. Mirabella, someone saying random nonsense in the other room, thinking not today, not going in. Oh, I see. I thought you meant your voice sounded like that IRL. What is the sanity you speak of, Steve-L? Oh, thank you for the horn. It's the thing Shifty has. Shifty has sanity? Whoa, that's news to me. Oh dear, right. I should really texture that. Okay, I'm gonna texture the fringe. I'm gonna be a responsible adult and texture the fringe. Do my job. We'll do it. I was being lazy before, but I'll do it. They then have to do some at the side of the head. That might not seem important, but if I turn my head to the side, you see more hair at the side, and you will on this character too, so I need to do some around the side. Not that you can see it right now, but you will, if that makes sense, so that you can get a proper head turn. Yes. Divdy has insanity. Oh no. Oh. The thing is, I feel like in Phasmophobia, I'm almost like worse than Shifty, because I'll aggravate the ghost by saying its name over and over, but then I don't actually know how to properly deal with it. So I do all of the ghost aggravation, oh god, I don't know how to say the word. Oh. Aggregation? Oh shoot, I've had a complete mind blank. No! Aggravation, thank you. I do all the ghost aggravation and then I die. Aggravation, thank you, Steve-O. I appreciate it. Do you ever get that? You have a word that you want to say, but then the word just disappears. You watch it float away into the mist and you're like, come back. Return to me, word. Oh. I'm a sane ghost in an insane world. Is that true? I don't think that's true. Right. That's what I do, Jelly. I went into a Bateman's in the same room and I Jackie Wilson! That's what I do! I wait till someone's in the same room as me and then I'm like, Jackie Wilson, Jackie Wilson, Jackie Wilson! But then I don't have good enough keyboard skills to leave the room. So I just trap myself in with a ghost and die. Oh dear. So yeah, you know, we do our best. I do want to put these into a couple of groups, honestly. The fringe part can all go together. So like, I might keep that part separate actually, but like, this bit, that's good. That bit's fine. That bit's all good. That bit's good. This is what I mean by don't look at my layers, because these are all individual, and it's gross. Not that one. I want that one too. Okay. Merge those layers. Where'd it go? There. Yeah, so that's one. And then the rest of them I think I can keep separate. Sometimes I hide in a room next to them and I turn my light out and don't respond to call-outs until— yeah! I like that too! Just pretend to be dead. You can like also— I like also like throw my flashlight on the floor so it looks like I've died somewhere. Yeah. I like to hide away and make the grudge noise. Yeah, I heard you do the grudge noise all the time. Poor Bateman. Oh, it's fun to respond to the spirit box too. Yes. Oh. See, this is why I shouldn't play with you. It's just an extra shifty. Main fringe. I'll name it now. Left. Center. Fringe. Left. There you go. See, they're getting named. They're getting named. Happy. Happy times. Right here. Yeah. Like, get your ukulele out and start playing Ring Around the Rosie. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Like, dun 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 dun. That's why you should. I have tambourine. I don't know if that's quite the same. I have my ominous tambourine near me. Shake in anticipation for my tambourine. The world needs more Shifty. Is that so? According to Hoomst. According to Hoomst. Oh. Right, let's draw on some of these really quickly. I think I want to go from this side. Go. Oh, no, actually, I went over the lines there, didn't I? There you go. Choop. Good to check. I got on the right one. Yeah, I do. That's a bit long. There we go. And then go to the main fridge. One strand of pink in here. Wee! Why are you being so rude off the bat? How goes it? I hope they're having a good day though. We're talking about phasmophobia. What's up? More Shifty, less wee-wees. I'd like to say there's only one wee-wee, but that's not quite true, huh? Since wee-wee has so many faces. It does kind of be feeling like there's multiple wee-wees. Draw that to there. And just do another one to there. Nice. I am sad that the Bateman thinks that Steve Elgo's just trolling goes, yeah, I was watching you throw this off and I was like, I think you are trying to send a message, right? But I'll be honest, I couldn't quite tell what the message was and I didn't want to like put the wrong stuff in chat, so I was like, I'm not quite sure. Like, I can see that you are trying to send a message of sorts, but I'm not sure what that message is. I just see it like you're trying to send a message. You're clearly trying to do something. I just have no idea. I don't have the knowledge to know what message you're trying to send. Oh dear. Multiple. Okay. Well, yeah, because you have the other account. Oh dear. Oh, this one went behind. I'm gonna redo that. Goes in there. Go. Any others? Nope. So now we can go on to red. Wee and a crab jellyfish. So that's at least two. That's at least two. Yeah, at one point I was like, you always do something to the crucifix, and I threw my cup elsewhere and then he left. Oh, so he was close to getting it? Oh no. To be fair, I wouldn't have known what to do. If you'd have put me in that situation, I probably wouldn't have even noticed the crucifix was different. I didn't notice until Bateman said anything. I was just like, yeah, everything looks about right. Couldn't tell you. It all looks good to me. Only one wee. Oh no, I can't. There's only one wee. Crafty jet. That's not true. That's not true. That's not me. That's you. Identity theft. Identity theft. Ah dear. Oh, speaking of identity theft, actually, I did kind of be having identity theft last week. Somebody used my Steam to message people as me and try to get them to click a link. Oh dear. Like actual identity theft-ish kind of thing. Not quite, but more just hacking. Oh dear. No lies. It is true. It's not. You hadn't realised that that it is haunted like the crucifix, and he thinks that like, oh no, it's in the wrong spot. Yeah, I wouldn't have. I didn't even know there was a way you could put the crucifix down wrong to be truthful. So there was no way I was gonna understand that. I had no idea. It is true. Ah, heck. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all sorted. It just means I need to update now my card details on a few things because I got a new one. But other than that, easy peasy. Baby hacking. I've been hacked harder. Oh, dearie me. Must be my wee wee. This seems to be that area of expert. Must have been wee wee. Wee wee, was this you? No, I don't think I can blame wee wee for it because oh, that was one thing, Shifty, actually. I'll mention this as a heads up, and to anyone else that might have got affected by it. If anyone does get affected by this, I posted about it on Twitter, and I also posted about it on this. I got new card details when this happened, and originally I was like, oh, that's probably not actually necessary because I don't think they could see my card details really. That being said, I did have an unauthorized payment taken from my account that same day. So, as much as they shouldn't have been able to see my card details, yeah. So obviously it was all sorted out. We didn't let it go through. They were blocked. I had my bank look into it, and I got sent a new card immediately. So like there wasn't really any issues with it. As far as it is from my end, anyone else who gets affected by it, I might recommend ordering a new card. Because I don't know, that happened to me. Originally, I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna be safe because they can't see my card details. But, yeah. I had a payment taken, which was actually really subtle because it was very similar to another payment that was already in my account. But also, as soon as I had it hacked, I removed all of the money from that account so no one could make any payments. I was like, oh no. Just on the off chance. I'm very paranoid. So when somebody tried to, it notified me instantly, and I had to look into it, and it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Not from anywhere near me. Nope, not me. Ah, dear. Yeah. Need to get by to eat. Do! And thank you. No hugs for Wee Wee. No, Wee Wee gets hugs too. I did it for Ref, yes. Hacking, no. Okay. Ah, dear. Really? Yes. Yeah. Funnily enough, not joking about that bit. I joke about a lot of things. Wouldn't joke about that. Yeah. Really thanking chat for no hugs for you. I thought they were hugging you. I thought they were. Yeah, because I know a few people in my chat have been affected by it. Anyone that is, just be a little careful. Check your bank. I'm sure that you're all very responsible beings. But yeah. Oh dear. Let's do these ones as individuals. This one. Cancel purchase maple jelly card. Got it. Do it. Oh dear. There we go. the way down there. Whee! I mean, there's always a chance it's a coincidence, but narrow his eyes. Very suspicious. Oh, dear. Go. Get on these ones. This one also looks a little textured. So these bits take such a long time. It's like worth it because it means they look a lot better and they don't look like sausages. But oh, it takes so long. This is why I was doing this yesterday while watching Bateman's stream because oh, I need something in the background to keep me going when doing this because otherwise this sort of work is meh. Oh. Apologies. Go. Let's do like a little one here. Go. And all the way up there. Nice. Vice Lightning gets hacked. I don't know, sus, no payment for you. I actually double checked. So the person who I was apparently purchasing something from, I wasn't sure because I have a really bad memory, right? And so it really did cross my mind. I was like, what if I did buy this? What if this was me? Like, it doesn't sound like me, but what if in like a migraine-fueled state, I purchased this, right? And I don't know why I would because I don't want this, but like I've bought from this company before, so like maybe it is me. And I actually contacted the company and was like, hey, so I've had this issue with my bank stuff and I just need to know, did I buy this? Was this me or is this someone else? Because like before I cancel the payment, I need to know if this was me. And they were like, right, we can look into that for you. Dear, imagine being so reductive couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Woo. Yeah, see? Like between the sides, that side just looks so much better now. You gotta have that texture. It looks so much better. Maybe you're the fake. You know what? Crossed my mind. Maybe it's me all along. It's just me. Oh dear. Yeah, the texture makes it look so much better. I much prefer it like that. It looks a lot more like wool. Now do the other fringe. Oh no, I did them on the same layer. I'm an idiot. It'd be on this layer, isn't it? That's okay. We do that one. I may not be the real jelly, but I am an idiot. So you know what? Close enough. There you go. That's why I'm using my VTuber. It's because the real jelly's gone. They're just gone now. You're not gonna see them again. Because if I don't use the VTuber, you're gonna know the real jelly's gone. I have to use the VTuber to hide the fact that the real jelly is gone. Oh wait, actually I could just do that. Once again. Proof that Jelly is an idiot. Oh well, at least I remembered. Yeah, because like actually wait, this is gonna sway, so like, I don't want there to just be spots on it. That'd be a bit sad. There we go. Put the whole way up. That's so much better. Okay. No, there never was a jelly. It's true. Maybe you're just using wee wee. You're just wee wee using a voice actor. Yeah, and the wee wee in chat, that's someone else. So layers deep this is. That's better. Okay, I'm gonna save this also because I've done some work. I don't want to lose it. Ah, she's cute. She's cute though. She is cute. She's got kind eyes. That's the actual Jelly trying to get her channel back. Yeah, she's like hinting that it could be not her. I see you. Hinting. I'll ban you, fake Jelly. Strand. 2L. Strand. 3L. There you go. Can there maybe 1? 4L. There you go. I think that's an okay naming. They're named at least. Fake Jelly's gonna ban real Jelly. Yeah! Get rid of the real Jelly. Only me now. Gotta suppress the truth. Yeah, it's very important to me. Suppressing the truth is incredibly important to me. One of my main hobbies is suppressing the truth. Ah! In 2 seconds. Why are you being like this? Oi. Oh! Why? Oh no. Oh wow. Oh, I didn't mute myself. Oh, well, you just get to hear me screaming. That's fine. Oh, whatever. It's fine. We're not gonna... I'll never talk about it again. Why are these not rasterized? Morning. Morning, Purple! How goes it? I hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. We are making a VTuber right now. Get these all rasterized. There we go. Okay, so probably want to start at the top again. That one. And this will be center fringe. Our and good progress on the umbrella picking the umbrella picking the Discord. Heck yeah! Wait. Is it? I just can't see it yet. Oh dear. Loving the yarn hair. Heck yeah! Got a big old full of yarn. Right, let's get the rest of these. And then this one. That's one. This one. That's one. Oh no. There you go. Get all 3. Get that one. That one. 50 to 60 hours on the embroidery. Jesus! That is a hecking long time. Yeah, you should be proud of yourself. That's very impressive. Heck. Okay, we're getting on to the big strands now. Go to those layers. Oh, so that should now be... Yep. Main fringe 25 pizza bites. Is that a lot of pizza bites? As someone who has not had pizza bites, I don't know if that's a lot. Is that a lot? Because 25 bites of pizza doesn't sound like that much. But is 25 pizza bites a lot? I'm sorry, I don't understand how many pizza bites is a lot of pizza bites. I'm gonna assume it's a lot. Is a pizza bite better or worse than a pizza? Like, would you prefer pizza bites or pizza? Just out of curiosity. I'm not trying to start a war, I just want to know. You know? our main fringe. The embroidery by hand, heck yeah! I'm having chocolate muesli with Greek yogurt and you're having chocolate Pop-Tarts? Wait, that all sounds really good. Heck! That all sounds sick. Oh dear. Oh, man, I would love... chocolate Pop-Tarts. I think I've only had strawberry and blueberry Pop-Tarts, I think. I don't think I've had just the pure chocolate ones. But then I haven't exactly had a lot of Pop-Tarts. So that might make sense because Pop-Tarts in this country are sold in like the American food section in the supermarkets, and they're like insanely expensive. So I don't tend to get them. I've tried them, but I wouldn't get them regularly, you know, because not worth it. It was alright. It was very sweet, and it's difficult because like the way they're sold here, they're so expensive, so it's never really going to feel very worth it for the price. With a lot of American food, like it really have to be standout, if that makes sense. Not to say that they're bad, but when you pay that much for it, it doesn't feel very worth it. I'm sure if they're a bit more reasonably priced over there, that it's maybe like more of a nice thing. Oh dear. Chocolate muesli. I do like muesli. I haven't been able to have any like food like that for a while, but I like the muesli with the coconut and the banana in it. Like the banana dried. That's good. I like that a lot. Like banana slices, like the dried ones, that's like one of the only times I normally eat banana because I don't like the smell of banana, but that's good. Like dry banana, very good. Like that a lot. There we go. And over here, I'm very like tempted to put like a little like tuft just here. I think that would look quite cute, but I'm not sure if that might be a bit overkill. I don't want to over detail this, but I do like the idea of a little tuft. But then the hair is already quite intense, so I'm not sure. I'm considering my options. Like we already have quite a bit going on. One go, and do the green. That looks good. I mean, the green's quite simple because it's under there. And then let's have like a big gap there. And just go 1, 2, and 3. Another one. Heck yeah. Let's have some slightly bigger gaps. And then red. Again, it's just underneath. The ones underneath are so difficult to fill in. Oh well, that's fine. I made that decision. And then just a little one, and a little one there, a little one there. Oh, I don't like the shape of that one. Go. Cool. Looks pretty good. Then let's do strand 1. Strand 1 right. And one there. leaving it a bit mellow. There we go. And then strand 2, right. What's this one? The green. Nice. And bring that in. Yeah. Very nice. Heck yeah. It's pretty soothing. It's not like a hard job, to be fair. Like, once I get onto the arms, I'll have to concentrate a bit more because I'm not super good at drawing arms. So maybe I should just enjoy this while it lasts because it's not that difficult. Oh, that's not the pop-up I wanted to bring up. Strand 3, right. There we go. And bring that there. And bring one there. A little gap. Cute. Go. And then minimize that one. Strand 4, right. And last one. Go. Very nice. Ah. I just don't know if I want a tuft in the middle. I might draw it up and then see if I like it, and if I do like it, keep it. If I don't, you know, nothing to lose, right? Oh dear. Hi Cecilia, how goes? I hope you're having a good day. You're in lurk mode? Have a lovely lurk. Thank you for popping by. Can I get a look at the progress? In a second. I just want to finish doing these bits first, Rambo. And also, hi, I hope you're having a good day. Go. Yeah, because I'm right near finishing this bit. And they're all named, so I should be good to go. There we go. Look at her. She's so cute. Ah. Hello, how you doing? How you doing, Techno? I hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. This is how she looks so far. You want to sneak on our Goblin? Hello, hello. Oh dear, dungarees, heck yeah! She's got them baggy dungarees. I guess I'm an alien farmer. She's a goblin. Goblin, and she's got crafts. She's gonna have crafts all over her. So her hair is wool. And it's got a couple of knitting needles and some crochet hook in it. She's gonna have craft stuff all over her, basically. Painting a picture of me, right? And me, and I think most of the makers and crafting community. Oh dear, it's all of us. Here we are. Oh dear. Nah, she's coming along well. I need to do the sides of her head for when she turns. This might seem a bit silly because you can't see it right now because of the ears. I do love my dungarees. Me too. They're just so comfy and you can put so much stuff in them. Right, I'm gonna need to hide the face and ears and also the fringe and probably the plaits. Looks a bit weird, I know, but we need to draw up the side of the face, see, so we need to go from like here and just draw around to there. Yeah. If I had it on my chair, I'd also have my needles or hooks in there. Heck yeah, me too. Did you remember to draw me on her? I have not done that, Rambo. I'm very sorry. So now she does look like an alien. Because of the heckin' layers. I don't like it when it's like this. I'm just gonna... There you go. I find it difficult to concentrate when she looks like that. I do my... Oh, you do put your crochet hair in your hair occasionally? To be fair, if you have something like this, just slide it right in. Right, I'm going to draw some extra pieces now. These are going to come from the neck. And they're just going to come around the outside and go up into here. And come back round to here. We'll fix it up so that it looks nice, but this is kind of what we need to do. There we go. Ooh. Probably don't need that one. Go. Probably don't need that one either. And then just there you go. And probably don't need that one. Or that one. Nice. And I probably want this to be a little wider. There we go. Ooh. There we go. That's a bit more the shape that I was looking for. Yes! The neck. There is a neck here. Also, thank you for the lurk. Have a nice lurk. Only if I have a ponytail, otherwise it won't hold. Yeah, mine wouldn't hold, I don't think. Crochet hooks are smaller, but I still don't think mine would hold. I'm going to start on this side with, I think... Am I on the fill? No, I'm on this side. This one. And then... I'm just going to also move this. Sorry, my order is a bit all over the place. Oh, no. There we go. I just want it on the top of everything. Duplicate the layer. Have it as... Let's do... green. And then we'll just move them a little so that they kind of fit together. And I'll build this towards the center. Yes. Duplicate the layer. You will very rarely see this, I think, but that's okay. Popping in and out, that's all good. I hope your popping in and out goes well. I hope the rest of your day goes good too. Be doing like that, that, and then layer. Oh no, not that one. Do another. Oh, wrong one. Red. Go, and then put the layer. We'll do pink this time. Pink. And then I don't know how many more I'll need to do. Probably a few more. I'm gonna trim all this down as well, so don't worry too much. Did it again. Let's do another green. And a... Oh. We need it to be a light yellow, dark yellow. This might be enough. I kind of wanted to meet that bit is my only thought. So I can have the whole thing going along, around. I'll do one or two more. I think I have enough, in truth. But I'll do one or two more, just to be safe. And then duplicate the layer and go for, let's do another, oh. Yellow again. There we go. Okay. Yes. I think that'll do. I'm going to now just put all of these in here and then duplicate that group. Okay. Edit. Flip that horizontally. Need that on the other side too. Probably in a slightly different order. And then we'll rasterize, trim them down, add the texture, stuff like that. About to there? Yeah, about to there. Swishes. So there is still a small section of head that isn't covered, but I think that's okay. And then we've got... Let's see. I'll just go into this and start changing them. Yeah, from the top. Okay, this one can be... Ooh. Do a green. This one can do red. This one is pink. This one is yellow. This one is red. This one's gonna be yellow again. This one's gonna be green. This one's gonna be pink. And this one's gonna be yellow. Okay? Okay. We have them looking a little bit more random again. And then what I'm gonna do is let me put that there. Yeah, cool. Rasterize all these shapes. That all? Oh, actually, I can just merge them all, right? Yeah, I can just merge them all. Merge that layer, delete that. And then go into here, rasterize those layers, merge the shapes, delete, and then that's gone from the center. And let's get on this side. Oh, I need to open it up a bit. It's fine. Oh. My bad. It's just that. There you go, there we go. And then that should be good. It is going up a little high here. I might just put this to about here. Yeah, I think. So that I can get rid of it quickly. And if I scroll down, dun, dun, there we go. Get that a bit lower. Good. Okay. Okay. Good stuff. Right, now we just have to texture all this again. Oh dear. So much texturing. I think I might put this inside of that group. Oh, cancel. Just want to put that in there. There you go. Delete that group. They're in the same group now. Cool. I mean, they might not move together, but I think I want them to be in the same group. Because this is the back of the hair. Back of hair. And then this is left back, right back, and go. And let's go. This is basically just same as before. We need to just wheel. Oh, not quite like that though. I think I mentioned yesterday that I didn't want to do the hair on stream on Monday. I didn't want to do the hair on stream because I knew it was going to take so long, and yet here we are, doing it anyway, even though it takes forever. That's my bad. Just once you get stuck into something like this, that it's kind of more relaxing to keep going with it. Go. Very cool, thank you. It takes a long time. I mean, the nice thing about the streams, to be fair, is it gives me an idea of how long a lot of these things take. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, it takes a couple of hours to draw this up. But then I can make a stream playlist of how long it actually takes, and it's like, oh no, oh, okay, it doesn't take a couple of hours to draw this up. It takes a lot of hours to draw this up and to get all the layers right, and that's before we even start rigging it. It's a very long process. It's not specifically difficult, it's just hecking long. I mean, of course, this is a slightly more complicated one. This is more close to like the one that I'm using. But dang. Trying to get them all into the layers to take across. But it's kind of nice to see it. And that's why I like things like the VOD channel. It's nice to see your work laid out like that, as far as streaming goes. And be like, heck yeah. That's how long it took, because I streamed it. I mean, of course, with this one I've done a little outside of streams. I think I've probably done about as much, I say a little, I've done about as much outside of streams as I've done in streams. But that just means I can double the amount of time that I've done on streams and be like, that's how long it took. So I think I did nearly 6 hours on Monday, so I've done about 12 hours so far maybe. And then whatever I do today I can add on to that. Go. Those, let's go to the pink. There. Although I guess stream work is slower. Oh, that's a horn. Thank you for the horn. Stream work is slower than your average work, I think. Because of things like horn and other distractions. I end up chatting a lot. There we go. Put these. Up there. And let's do the dark red. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Thank you for the hecking lot of damage. Oh dear. Okay. Weep, weep, weep. And up to there. And up to that. I might bounce this part, like back part a little bit when she moves as well. I think that'd be cute. to have like the back part just like bounce a little bit. Like it's not been tied very tightly. It might also make it a little bit more noticeable. Otherwise you feel like you're doing a lot of work to not even get seen. There we go. Green. Ooh. And there. And there we go. Also, whoever receives this, it's your job to make her famous, yeah? If you can, make her famous, please. Make Goblin famous. Famous Goblin, yes. You can also do Goblin voice, that'd be great. Can't force you. It's your Goblin at the end of the day. But make Goblin famous. Do it. I believe in you. There we go. And whip, whip, whip. And I never wanted to be VTuber, but I want this Goblin. Not fair. Make Goblin famous. Do it. You're too cute. Well, yeah, she gotta be cute. You gotta add all the features that you'd want, right? Like she gotta be cute. Ah, dear. Very important. If they don't do Goblin voice, find Goblin. See if they do Goblin voice. But then it depends, right? Because I suppose everyone has their own idea of what Goblin voice is. That's just the wrong side. Because like obviously what I do for Goblin voice is very specific. It's almost more like in the Dark Crystal you have like, is it called the Skeksis? That's almost closer to what my Goblin voice is. And yeah, that's definitely not going to be everyone's Goblin voice. What exactly is Goblin voice? Exactly. Whereas like in like, again, I'm gonna bring it back to that time that I got reincarnated as a slime. The goblins in that just speak like normal people. So, I don't know. Whereas I do Goblin voice like I sound like a Skeksis. Goblin! I got like full Skeksis with it. Oh dear. Everyone's different though, I suppose. That's just how I imagine goblins sound. Come down the portal. Hi Spyro, how goes it? I hope you're having a good day. We're doing a goblin VTuber at the moment. It just popped onto Animal Crossing. A kick showed up on the title screen. Day has been ruined. Oh no! You don't like Kicks? Aww, poor Kicks. Kicks does not deserve that kind of hatred. Wait, and why do you have someone on your island that you hate that much? Can't you just get them to leave? Honestly. I've been quite lucky in that I don't often dislike my villagers. Like, it's been very rare that I've had any villagers that I don't like. Like, even when villagers have come to my island and they're not the ones I'm looking for, they've always been really cute and I've, like, not wanted to let them go. Like, I really loved the first ones they sent me in my first island. I think I had Pierce and Frita, and oh my god. So cute! Hamburger sheep? Not as bad as barreled, creepy CCTV. And wait, they have CCTV in their house? I've seen that as an item, but I haven't seen any villagers that have it. Ooh. Also, hi Karina, how goes it? Mate, if I wanted to buy shoes, I could just get them from the clothes store. Wow. Yeah, but if Rold gave you their shoes, how happy would you be? You'd be so happy. You'd be over the moon. Playing favorites you are. Oh dear. Now I am now because I have ducklings because yesterday my ducks hatched 8 of them. Oh, congratulations on the hecking ducks. That sounds very cute. Big duck congratulations. I need art. Last time I went to he bought all fakes. Art is the hardest to collect. I finished the fossils so quickly and then the art's just no art for you. I never see red. Yo. Yo. And then we gotta do pink. To be fair, sometimes I buy the fakes anyway. Because they're funny and I like putting them in my house. Or around the island. Like they're just backwards or something like that, and that can look kind of good. Especially with the statues. I don't mind the fake statues so much. For decor. But for finishing the museum, yeah, it's pain. Red is tearing me apart. I mean, this might be terrible, but you need to get him on a day and then just time travel it, and then you can just get all of them. I mean, is that the way the game was intended? Probably not, but it's the easiest way to do it. Then again, I've not played Animal Crossing for months, truthfully. But like on the island that I'm currently doing, I time travel every day, so. Choose you mean boots. All gremlins wear boots. I kind of wanted to wear this one at least. To wear slippers. Feeling slippers for like a very comfy vibe, you know? Get those comfy vibes going. Comfy slippers with one sock showing. That's the vibe I'm going for, I think. Cute. And just scroll down, keep going. Go. There's that. And that going all the way to the end. We could do bare feet, but I don't know, I don't really feel it. I don't think that's safe around a craft room really either. Because like pins and stuff like that. I don't know, it doesn't really feel like the vibe. The vibe doesn't feel like bare feet. The vibe I'm feeling is comfy. I think it's got to be slippers. Go! I think that's all of it. Yay! Okay, now we can put this in the correct place. It is far further down than it currently is. It's like right on top of the... Ooh. Wanna move? There we go. Bun, plat. What's this? Oh, that's that one. Okay. This is... actually, I'll probably put that with the back of the hair. And then I'll put... Pop. Okay. Go. Good. And then we can go... Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, you can see just a little bit behind the ears. Okay. It's not completely invisible yet then. And then... Nice! Okay, okay. Cool. Good stuff. So now when she turns her head, she'll have some hair there, so it won't be just bald at the sides. And I think that should be all good on the head turn motion. I do want a couple of extra strands hanging down behind the ear, just next to the plait, so it's not just those ones. So we have a little bit more like, kind of similar to what I have. Like a little bit more like sort of motion. Yeah. Just a couple more there, I think. And then maybe a tuft here. I can't decide whether I want a tuft there or not. I'll probably draw it and then decide whether or not I like it. Let's see. So I would like, about here, a piece that's about yay big. Like that. And then we'll just go in and fix that up a bit. Actually, let's finish that. There we go. And then let's look at making that a little neater. Ah, no. And just get nice similar sizes. And put that in there. I think that should be a pretty good strand. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good strand. Let's look at the colour really quickly. I think I'm gonna want to have, on this side at least, maybe a pink one? Or maybe a red one. I'm not sure about some of the curves, to be fair. Rold must be protected at all costs. See, I think Rold's okay. Shifty, have you seen the video where people where they decide which Animal Crossing is the most edible? Which Animal Crossing villager is the most edible? Have you seen that one? That's a bit better. Yes. I think it comes from about the right place there. Probably about the right thickness too. Let's do a red one. Oh no. I don't want it to come in there. Like that? No, I haven't seen that, but we have discussed this. Rold is too perfect. To be fair, Rold was pretty low down on the list. I think because penguins, but I think he was a little higher because penguins aren't considered pets, but then he was lower again because penguins are cute. And he doesn't look like a food. So he wasn't like the lowest, but he wasn't the highest either. He was like on the lower side, I think. So I think you're okay with rolled. I don't expect you to be eating rolled anytime soon. Oh, yeah, somebody was like, they made a list and they basically said, well, if they're considered a household pet, they probably will be a bit lower on the list of which ones you'd eat first, because you'd look at them like a pet, right? Which, you know, there's a logic there. I can see that. And also, if they look like a food or have a food name, you'd probably eat them first. Like, there's a logic there too. I can see that. So, they made a list based on a few things like that. Oh, could you do me a favor and show her completely? So far, she looks like this. She needs feet and arms, though. And a lot more details. And I want to give her a big cardigan. This is how she looks so far. I'm not going to hear the opinion of someone who likes Brocolio. Brocolio is fantastic! Brocolio. My sweet bean boy. I love him. I love him. Big cardigan sounds perfect, right? Like a big comfy cardigan. That's what I want. Right, I'm going to change the colour of this strand. This needs to be red. There you go. I also think the position needs to change just a little bit. That'd be more like that one. Maybe rotate you a little. I like the idea of this one, but should I do rotate or scale? Skew. Oh no. Yeah, I think more like this. Go in a little bit. That's better. Good stuff. And then I kind of want one going out that way. But maybe we only want the two. The two seem kind of good. And they're going to go behind the ear, so they'll end up being further back. Where are the ears? Okay, so they'll be like in here. Yeah. Oh, but they also need to be behind the bun. So like here? Yeah, like there. Just a couple of loose strands. Yeah, that's cute. Yeah! Panagoose looks great. But I have to go grocery shopping, I need help. Oh, that's fine. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I appreciate it, Red's partner. But take care. Get some good grocery shopping. And get yourself some nice stuff too. I'm going to have to remove the face. Oh. It's good. Right. I'm just going to remove some stuff really quickly so that I can work on these two pieces. And I will duplicate them. And transform, flip horizontal. The other thing is I kind of need to, yeah, there we go. Just pop these into the other side really quickly. God, look at that. This looks like organs. Like some weird, like, alien organs. Oh dear. It's fine. Oh my god. Oh, Talon, how goes it? I hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. What have you been up to? We are making a VTuber. Making a VTuber. At the moment, they haven't got a lot of their features. Give me 2 seconds. I'll put them back on. Because they look a little bit horrifying right now. There you go. We're making a Goblin VTuber, but they're themed around crafts. So like they hoard crafts. This is what they look like when they have their face. I had to take it off to work on some of their hair. We're working on a few Loki costumes. Heck yeah! Oh, that sounds awesome. I hope that it's going well. Ah, dear. I love me some costumes. Dear, definitely. Yeah, no, everyone, go check out Talon. If you want, if you're missing your costume stuff, go check out Talon. Ah, dear. Right, I'm gonna have to hide all that again, so prepare. It's all disappearing again. I just have to, you know, change a few things around. And I think this one? Yeah, sure. And then this one. Yeah. Oh, wait. This one. Okay. Cool. And then I would like to rasterize these and have them go into a folder. And the folder will be called extra. Oh, that's not how you spell extra. Extra hair. And I'll call it. This one is left 1, left 2, and then we'll do right 1, right 2. There you go. They are named, kind of. Raiden Run, that's fine. Thank you for the luck. Get yourself some food and snacks and get some good rest. Heck yeah, I get it. I'm the same after Raiden. And we are going to zoom in and do the same thing we've been doing. Just get these with a little bit of texture on them before we just leave them. I say as I can't draw for some reason. Pen tool. Wait, what's happening here? Why don't you want to draw? There we go. You had enough, mouse? You had enough? Don't wanna draw anymore? There we go. And all the way up. Go. Yeah, I just like having a few extra strands around the face because it gives the face a little bit more movement. It's just a little bit more interesting. I like that. Which is why I just keep wanting to add more and more tufts. More and more. More and more and more and more. Even though they don't need it. More and more and more. And then let's do the green one. Same treatment. Oh, exactly the same treatment because I can't draw again. Go. It's very unlikely that you'll see the green this high up because I think it'll be behind an ear and the bun, but I'll draw it anyway. Go. Do there. And there. There is a few other things I'd like to do with the hair. Like I would like to add some loose threads. I'm not sure how visible they'll be though. And they might mess up a green screen. So I would like to add them. But I'm hesitating just a little bit because I don't want to get too difficult for anyone to use. And they'd just be so fine that they might not be very easy to see. There we go. Those two. And then onto the other side. Do this one. What side am I meant to do again? The outside, okay. Go. And there. I like the idea of having like a few messy threads just hanging off of this. But I'm still considering that one. It might be that I put that somewhere else in the costume. I'm not sure. Because I'm always covered in thread. But I love the little pig buttons. The little pig buttons on the dungarees are so cute. Go. And last but not least, the red. Oh. Wrong layer. Okay. Edit. Redo. I was drawing on the wrong layer. There we go. That's better. And there. And then up to here. And then we'll be there. Woo! Good. Okay. That should be good. Let's uninvisible stuff. There we go. Yay! The extra threads down both sides. And we got different ones on both sides. Heck yeah. I don't want them to look too much like worms, but I think they look recognizable as chicken wool. Do I want the tuft? Let's draw a tuft. Then I'll know. I'll only know if I draw it, so let's just draw it and get it out the way. Oh. So we want this to be quite flat. Like so. And yeah, like that. Oh. But then make it the color I want it to be. Let's do a green one. Go. And then another one. The other way. Oh no. Go. That's quite nice. Ooh, we're at the end is what I want to say, but probably need more of a droop too, huh? That. Yeah, kind of more like that, and then have it in a different color. Let's have this one in yellow. Or the yellow. And then oh no. And then we want one coming like forward. Yeah, like so. Perspective. We'll have this one be pink. Like so. Yeah, that looks good. And then make sure they're all together. I kind of want the red one in there too. So do I like this tuft? I might alter it so it's a bit lower, but yes, I do kind of like the tuft. I think the green one's a little weird. I think this one needs to be a bit more like, ooh, not like that. Delete that one. And then bring that one down to there. Bring that one to like here. Yeah. I take back what I said earlier. Kix has good shoes. Heck yeah. Oh, I like Kix. Oh, is it cute? Kind of cute. I need the red one still. Oh, yeah, that's not what I want to do at all. Let's try and make this a bit closer to the shape that I want it to be. And pull this out. Pull this out. And then this one. Yeah, that's a bit closer to what I want it to be. And then this one needs to be at the top. Yeah! A little tuft. Okay. It's a little silly, but I need it. I needed these. Heck. Heck! Now you have to go apologize to Kix. For being a rude hecking dude. You know that, right? Someone deserves an apology. Survived in a bad mine shot before. Jesus Christ, that's good. You got a lot. Congratulations. Heck. I never do that well. Okay, this needs to. Well, no. This one needs to go up. No. That, yeah. Okay. Stop zooming out. Do the thing you're meant to be doing. Cute. It's cute. Okay, just get a little shine on it, and then go to the lighter yellow, which is like up there, and go. Make sure we erase around the outside just a little, because sometimes that gets a bit wild. A little heckin' bead. A little tuft. Too cute, Delcy. How goes it? I hope you're having a good day. I've done a lot of hair. So much hair. And it's all wool. But I've had a lot of fun making this hair. I like doing fun hair. Right, I do need to actually probably put all of these in a folder, and we'll call this the tuft. Little tuft of hair. And we'll call this the bead. This is red tea. Pink. I want all these to wave individually. So yellow tea and green tea. They'll all need to be as well. Yes. And then I'll just put some texture on them. Let's go from the back. Go. I'll never apologize to Kix. Wow. Kix doesn't deserve that. They like supplied you with exactly what you needed. Why you gotta do this, huh? Poor Kix. Kix is gonna be like, that. The people on that island are so mean to me. I came in, gave them what they needed, and then wow, they just do this? Why do I even bother? You're gonna have Kix saying weird guilt trippy things to you next. Like, and also, like, fair enough, Kix, like, oh, that's not yellow, that's red. Wait a minute. Go the long way around. Okay, this is red too. This is yellow too. This is pink. How'd you get in this order? Yeah, so this is meant to be in front of you. Yeah, that's better. Okay, that's fine. We're working it out. He doesn't sell art anymore. I don't know why I said anymore. He never did. I was gonna say he never sold art. But I need art. Okay, but that's not Kix's problem. Like you just said, he doesn't sell art. You should take that up with Red, the one who sells the fake art. Not Kix, the one who's just being an innocent bean and doing nothing wrong. Wow, so rude. Poor Kix. Doesn't deserve. Kix, you can come to my island anytime. I might not be there, but you can come to my island anytime. I won't be as rude to you. In fact, I welcome Kix to my island. Oh, I'm still drawing on the wrong one. And go. Go and red. Go. Very nice, very nice. Tuft. Yay! I need to save that again because I've done quite a bit of work, I think, since I last saved it. Yay! It's got the best recipe. You're gonna be plagued with all Kix. You talk like this plague. It's not a plague. I'd be happy with that. Oh, she's so cute. Yay! I think I'm gonna leave it there with the hair because that's a lot of hair. She's got a lot of hair. I think that's quite enough. I think it's quite enough hair. I could put more stuff in the hair, but I think as far as actual hair goes, I don't think she needs more. She's got like a hair up kind of hairstyle anyway. I got hair down, she's got hair up. They both are good. Right, we do need to do some focus on the dungarees though. They are plain. Plain. Like, I mean, a lot of it probably will end up getting covered by, what do you call it? Other things, like the cardigan. But this is still plain. Cypress, how goes it? I hope you have Con. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. If you're making a gender neutral version too, shouldn't you call her more gender neutral instead? It depends. I suppose because they're gonna have completely different... As much as the clothing's gonna be the same and the theme is gonna be the same, and they'll have the same sort of face, I suppose. It's based on the same thing. This one is definitely a woman. Well, they've got feminine aspects, to put it. I'm drawing them with a lot of femininity. The other one I will not be drawing with femininity, but this one I am. So when I'm drawing the other one, there'll be a they. This one I would not... I don't know. There are aspects here that are making me lean heavily towards this is a female. Presenting as female. You know? That's why I'm drawing a second one. But this isn't the second one. They're not going to be on the same file either, bear in mind. I'm just taking a few bits, like here and there, that I can transfer across. Spend on animation 18 hours now. It does look really cool, those ciphers. It looks fantastic. I saw the slight update as well last night when there was like a character you could see for a split second. They look great. Aspects don't mean aspects, fair. I think because there's going to be two versions, I'm quite happy referring to this one as the feminine one. You know. Yeah. Like, I've designed her as feminine. Oh dear. If this was the only character, it'd be different. But it's not. Yeah, it's 20 out the 45 frames. Then hell, oh my god. Cyphus, you are a trooper. You're doing great. And it looks fantastic. Oh dear. Obviously, if somebody takes this avatar and uses this avatar and still wants to be referred to as they, them, I'm not gonna argue that. I'm not a rude dude. Just as a heads up. But yeah, I'm definitely designing her with a lot more female assets. Hence why I keep referring to her as her. But then again, I also refer to my stomach as him, so, you know, take that as you like. The rule of you do you, boo. Yeah. My stomach is I've decided a long time ago, for some reason, I don't know why I always refer to my stomach as masculine. I've gone into the doctors and done that, and they're like, why are you talking about your stomach like it's a separate person? Oh dear. I don't know, we just don't get along, so I don't talk about it like it's part of me. Even though it's not like there's anything I can do about it, but we don't get along, so it can heck off. He's trash. I hate him. Right, I need to blend some of these bits. I'm going to folder up the bottom of the dungarees for starters. So I'm just going to do the dungaree bottoms together. Dungaree bottoms. Yeah. The legs I probably don't need anymore. I did... that's the dungaree top. So I did actually draw some legs. I probably don't need them right now. Those were my leg outlines, so I could get her overall height. I gave her quite short legs. But, I mean, they're still pretty... I don't know. I'd say they're pretty in proportion. All done with the pen tool, of course. Trusty pen tool. Yeah, I did them like that. They're pretty cute. Oh dear. She's got a... I wonder if I can show you this. Sorry, that's the wrong bit. Oh no, it's not. I take off this... Oh, is it? Okay. I might put these together, actually. I'll call these... Dungaree straps. Yeah, that still looks good. Okay. Because then I can just boom, 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 boom. Where's the top? Chest? Yeah, okay, it's around here somewhere. And where's the base? There you go. So that's kind of her body shape in the end. Ended up being like that. Why are the straps still? There you go. That's ended up being her body type. She's like big in the hips, mainly. Looks really good. Thank you, Cypress. Have a good look. Get your new mic. Heck yeah. Go get it. Go ahead and get it. So she'd end up being a big hip lady, but not bigger in the boot than the top, I'd say. Not that you can really see it because of the dungarees, but yeah, that's where I put more of the emphasis. I would say I might get rid of that bottom bit because it looks really weird when I see that. Yeah, not keen on that. Just let me remove that. There you go. Yeah. Oh, nice. She ended up looking cute. I liked it. That was good. I mean, different to mine because I only have tentacles from the waist down. But it still ended up being good. I probably don't need the legs anymore. So I might remove them. Probably don't need them. But now you've seen them. I need to put on the chest, the belly. Do I want... Chest and belly I'm going to put together as... And back of chest is what? That one. Put that there together too. So I'll put... What's shape 9? Oh, it's that. I'm going to merge these and call them... Oh, no, not merge them. Shoot, I'm going to order these and call them undertop. Undertop. There we go. And shape 9 is actually back of trousers. There we go. I'm gonna get confused on that otherwise. I should probably actually fill that in because... Wait, where's the dungaree pocket? There you go. Is that everything? Yeah, that's everything. Okay. Yeah, it's layering up pretty well. I think it should move okay. I should fill in that back of the trousers though. That's a... Let's get that filled in. It won't need to be huge, but... Woo! Where is the undertop? Remove that and then remove the dungaree top and we'll work with that, I think. I probably want it kind of dark. Like this. And... let's add a layer. There we go. Back of that. I can't imagine I'm going to use all of this, but it'll probably make it easier if the whole thing is filled in, right? So I'll just fill in the whole thing. There we go. Nice. And make sure I've got a bit of overlap here. Go down a bit. Go. You can see I've gone over the lines a bit, so I'll just fix that up in a second. Go. Nice, nice. There we are. Now it has somewhere to go. The other doesn't probably need to be very big, because I can't imagine this fit to move that much. And I can always warp it if it does. Yeah, I like that. I should save all of this as well. I'm doing a little layery stuff, fixing bits and bobs up. But that looks very heckin' cute. Let's do some arms. Do I want to have an option of her taking the cardigan off? I'm not sure. Oh, that's another thing actually. Where's the base? Here it is. I am gonna want to... She's also gonna need it where, basically, the arm where it bends is gonna need to come in. So... rotate. It'd be like... I say this, but this is gonna need to come much higher, huh? Put it above some of this bits. Oh no, I don't want to put the dungaree straps. This one. Put it up there. And then just put it a little higher. That'll do. Basically I want to have it in the middle, but I might want to have the arm out a little further. Because like if she's doing crafts, then, well, how's she gonna do them, right? I guess you wouldn't normally craft that high up, I would say. You probably craft more like here. And then I could do a little. Nice tool, huh? Like that. And have it so that I don't know. Still want it to be a little more like this. I don't know if skew's the right thing, to be fair. Probably gonna be distort again, isn't it? Can I do perspective? Would that do it? Oh. No. Not quite. Nah. Sort of more like that. And then moving your arm out a bit. I suppose. Maybe? Otherwise, how are you going to hold the knitting needles and stuff? I think you'd have your arm out a little further. And then... yeah, probably like that, and then... maybe if I... take it from here again. And go Control C, Control V. Oh, that's the whole thing. Oh shoot. I don't need that much. I just want the arm. Take that bit and then I just want to see how the arm's gonna bend, basically. You know? Because the shoulder won't do that much. So a lot of it comes from the arm. Ignore the floating boob. I guess it'd be something like that. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like, that kind of makes sense. I could see the arm going from that position to that position. The hand's a bit weird, but I might redo the hand. Excuse me, just cutting and pasting everything. It's just easier. Oh, no, sorry. That's that one. Rotate, and then like that, and then we need this to go where? Up here? It's just easier to get everything in place if you have all the pieces there. And then transform. Let's distort it a little bit, but not so much. Like that. And then on that one, just rub out the end. There you go. So now I guess it does look a bit long though too. Okay, so I probably would just have the hand come in a bit more. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe it was better before. Shoot, was it? The big old goblin hands. I don't know. I don't know if it was. Was it control? See? No, I do think the smaller hands are better. That's fine. We'll leave that there. And then I will just... And then merge these as arm, base, and then this low, and then be like arm, base, 2, go. I think that's fine. I won't work on the second arm base just yet, but I'll have to do that later. That's okay. We'll work on just the simple one to start with. Which will be, I guess, the cardigan. How am I gonna do that? We probably want big slouchy cardigan. That's kind of how I'm feeling. I'm gonna look up a reference for big slouchy cardigan. Big slouchy bag, not quite. Cardigan, that's what I want. Big slouchy cardigan. Oh, not shopping. Images. How does it hang off people? I don't want the arms. Although the way that it's hanging off people is very cute. I see somewhere it's hanging off the shoulders, and actually that's a really cute idea. I could have it hanging off the shoulders. Oh, that would be cute. Okay, maybe we have it hang off the shoulders and we have like a little peak of shoulder. Oh. That'd be cute. Or we could have it just off one shoulder. think that might be a good idea. Okay. It's gonna be the gathering of fabric that's gonna be really annoying to draw though. Whereas if I didn't do it, I wouldn't have to gather the fabric. Ah, that's a decision. I think off the shoulder would look cuter, but I think I'd struggle to draw it more. What to do, what to do. It'll all bunch near the arm, won't it? Ah! What should I do? Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know which one would look better. Because I think that off the shoulder would look better if I could draw it, but I don't know how well I'm going to be able to draw that. I guess moving with that as well might be a little annoying. That's a fair point actually. The movement might be a bit iffy with it being off the shoulder. How far would you be able to move your arms? Probably not so far. Oh my god! Oh, Vicky! How goes it? I hope you're having a good day! Also, hi Matrix, how goes it? Hi Ozzy! Ah dear, how you guys doing? I hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. Ah dear. And Koban, how's it going? Oops. We have been making a VTuber model, which we'll be giving away in October. At the moment, it's a craft goblin. So it's a goblin that hoards craft supplies. I'm just trying to work out what I want to do for the arms right now. I hope you had a good stream. What were you doing? You're playing politics? Is that a game I haven't heard of? Or is it actually just you were doing some politics chatting? I hope it went well. Oh dear. Yeah, this is how she looks so far. She's quite cute. Ah. Pokemon, how goes it? That's a tall Tristina. I don't know who Tristina is, but you could be right. Vicky did a 216 questions politics quiz in 3 hours. Oh, 216. Oh my god, no, that's a lot. Jeez. I hope you're okay, Vicky. If you need to go get some snacks, please do. I'm gonna draft what the off the shoulder might look like. I don't think I'm gonna do a very good job. The other thing is, it's gonna need to be behind most of what we've done, except for the shirt. It'll need to be behind. Behind all of this, yes. Okay, let's do a quick draft. And do it in grey. Ah, dear. Google Justina, see what I mean? I will. After I've done some drafting, because I want to... So I'm thinking, I want to do a cardigan, but I'm thinking maybe to have like a little bit of slouchiness and give it like an off-the-shoulder kind of look. That's quite big actually. Like a little cuff. And then have it so that it drapes down behind. Oh. Like so. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then we have a little bit of shoulder on it display and a little bit of hand on display. But predominantly it's slump. Slump. Slumpy shoulders. Ah. I think that'd be cute. I do. I don't know. I just It's difficult. It's difficult to make these kind of decisions, you know? I could have it, to be fair, come in a lot more here, but I think this is fine. It only need to be about this big. And then it makes her almost look smaller by comparison, which is very cute. It would be really difficult. Not really difficult, but it's gonna make the arm base for this part more difficult. Because that's gonna come right after that slump. So there's gonna be a lot of fabric gathering around the elbow, which will then be bent. But I don't know, it's kind of cute. It do be kind of cute though. Okay, the way that I do this is in two parts. We'd have the bit at the front, the bit at the back, and they need to be two separate parts that I'll end up warping together because one part will have to go behind the arm because it's going to be loose. So the arm will not be one piece, it'll be two pieces, and then there'll be an arm inside of it. That makes sense? I hope that makes sense. That's kind of how it's going to be. There'll be an arm inside of two arm pieces. Yeah. That's how that's going to go. I think the arm can be the whole thing as well. Oh, Boo Boo, you need to go to sleep. Take care. Enjoy your rest. To be fair, I'll probably need to head out soon, but I'll go for a bit longer. I might just as well remove the dungaree bits. There you go. Just so I can see kind of what I'm doing here. Yeah, I think that's gonna be important. So thank you for the lurk. I will get onto this. So do you have to decide what I want to be the front and the back? I also want to have to decide what kind of cardigan colour I want. Although I was thinking kind of a neutral colour because of all the colours we have. It would be kind of fun just to keep adding more and more colour to this. But I don't know. The purple skin, all the colours. It'd be difficult to settle on one. The only colour that is really calling to me is pink. That's just me. I like pink. So I'm thinking maybe to go with more like a yellowy neutral tone. I think. Yeah. Otherwise I think it's gonna be too much. I think it'll be too much. I think the yellow neutral, and it kind of gives me the vibe of the primary colours, which is nice. But that's the vibe I think I'm gonna go for. Now, what layer does this need to be done on? Probably the layer above this. Let's hide all this again. So we'll do that, and then we'll just come around a little bit. Not the whole way. Actually, to about there probably would be fine. Probably just not have the last one. That's kind of what I want. Yeah? Yeah? That's what I want. And then we want the floofs. The rolling floofs. All of these hills of fabric, basically. And have that come round to here. Get that up there. And then have another one here. Let's make that a little less intense, like that, and then do another one here, and then have that continue round into the slump up there. And then have this come round to here. And then we've got this one pull over to here. And this kind of then eventually goes down, I suppose. Oh, except now you can't see it. Into the rest of the jumper, which I am thinking to give a pink cuff to, so I might just do it to about here. Yeah, to like there, and then about there, there, and there. Okay, and then if I ignore, oh no, this is all the shapes. If I ignore that for a second, I think, okay, this is the shape of my floof. Yeah, that does kind of look like a floof. Heck yeah! This kind of drawing fabric is really hard. this kind of drawing makes me very nervous. And then we need something to go around the hand, which is going to end up being pink, but I'll do that now. Or maybe make it slightly bigger. Predominantly on this side. And pink. Oh, that's not pink. Pink. And then change to pen tool. And then oh. Yeah. I think I might change it a little bit. Cover a bit more of that. Make this a little bent. So, and then this one just come a little further into that. There you go. That's a bit better. I think that should be a good size sleeve. Yeah. Okay. It looks a bit weird like this, but that's okay. I can invisible a few more bits of this, to be fair. Oh. Oh, they should be together. There you go. Okay, let's just work on this bit separately for a minute. And we'll go for this color. And start filling some of this in. And this needs to be on this layer. And then we need to erase some of that. I used too big of a brush, that's my bad. Fix that up. Go. Okay. And go to a slightly bigger brush. Start filling all this in. Nice. And then I will shade all of this a little bit, but I kind of want to get it all filled first. That bit in there. Nice. And let's go down here. I'm not sure what this song is doing, but it's very intense. I'm enjoying it, but it is intense. And then get that up there. I do feel like that I might copy paste the arm onto the other side. I didn't do that with the legs. I drew both legs separately. But I'll be honest, I don't have the confidence with this. This might be a... We're gonna have the same sleeve on both sides, I'm afraid. Because that's I don't think I could do the other sleeve to look good with this one. Otherwise, that's okay. And I don't think she'll look too symmetrical, to be honest, because other than like the eyes, I don't think there's anything we've really copy pasted, and like the backs of the hair. But then even then we've like changed the colours around and we've drawn a lot of things individually onto them, so I don't think there's anything that looks too symmetrical on her so far. And there's that one. Heck yeah. Let's get that filled in. Very nice, very nice. And over to that. Kind of looks like ice cream. Little ice cream sleeves. Go. And come back and whoop. Come back and whoop. Is that what I wanted to do? There we go. And do smooth brush again. And let's get in all these details. Around the sides. There we go. Very nice, very nice. Up there. Scroll down. I will go back for those corners, but it's just easier to grab all the sides first. There we go. Because these bits just... Oh no. Well, why can't I get this corner? I could just get the corner and then, to be fair, erase any of the bit where I go over the top. Maybe I'll do that. I'll go do that. Heck. There we go. Done. And back up here. Very nice. Nice. And up this side. Oh dear. I hope this doesn't look like too much, because we kind of haven't really taken too many of the colours of the hair and just replicated them all over the body. So I really hope this doesn't look like I've picked one and just been like, this is my favourite and I'm now putting it everywhere. Too much. It was the most neutral. Where's the rest of the parts so I can put them back on real quick? I mean, you can see it's the same colour. Yeah. But I like it though. You can see it's the same colour, but I do like it. Okay, we'll keep going for now. I'll put some shading on it. Maybe that will make it a bit better. Let's see. We'll highlight the bit that I'm working on. Oh, and get rid of some of those other bits. The other thing is, there's one or two pieces here I'm not as keen on. That one. That's one I don't like. I'm gonna rasterize that and fix that up because nope. The rest of them actually look okay. I probably will do them one by one though. I know what this one is. I'm gonna rasterize that one. I'm pretty sure the other one's the pink one at the bottom. These ones can merge. What is this one? That's that one. Okay. And what I'll do is put it on big. There we go. Rasterize layer. Which one are you? So that one. Oh. Get a little less dramatic. And which one are you? Ah, pop up. Rasterize the layer. That one. Go. And easy. And then this one. I think is, yeah, I do want it to be a little more invisible in the middle. Even though it goes the whole way around, I want it to be a little invisible in the middle. And this one, that's the top one. Good. And then let's take that to there. Merge those. Nice. Nice. Okay. That's a little better. And then let's do some shading. So, which way should we start from? Let's start from the top and work our way down. I'd like the where's my eyedropper? I want this, and I'd like it on another layer, I think, and then I'd like to have this layer highlighted. Yes. Okay. Because what I want to do is do a slightly darker version of this. Yes. A bit small. Well, I say that. It's a bit small, but it's not that bad. But we'll redo that. Maybe do like a... Yeah. Good. And then maybe I should be doing it down and working my way up. That might be better actually. Because then what I can do is come in with the other one and just... There we go. Oh dear. Yeah, I want to do it the other way around. Okay, that's fine. We'll do it the other way. Go and then that. Oh, actually, do that. There we go. It's better. And then make sure I go all the way into there. And then do it again. And then erase it. Oh, that's my bad. I shouldn't have done that all at one go. I have time. I can take my time. There we go. Very nice. And then a little bit around the sides there and there. Go. And then oh, I've done it again where I've done the top. I shouldn't have. Oh. We'll do a smaller one. There you go. And then let's do this one. And should I just redo these? Maybe. I'll do this bit. Yeah. Okay. Nah, it's not as good, huh? Ah, shoot. Okay. We'll Maybe we'll do this one a little differently where we just catch this bit. There we go. And then give that a go. That's better. We got there. We got there. Not ideal, but we made it. The other thing would be that I would like, oh, it's a big car, just generally to have this bit a little more shaded. Yeah. Because that's gonna have that right there. That seems good. Okay. It kind of looks slouchy. I wonder if it looks too much like ice cream, but that's alright. I still need to sort this one out as well. I do like the shape of this, so that's fine. I'll rasterize that and then put another shape underneath it. It'll be this one. And then do this. Oh, no. Could I just... Yeah. Nice. Very good. Okay, it might need a bit more dimension than that, but pretty good. It's a good start. It's a good start. Where's my base? Heck yeah! Looks like a slouchy cardigan. I might do some little stitches on it too. You can see the pink running through it. Do that in the light pink. I'll do it like a 12. Or maybe an 8. Or a 9, that'll do, that'll do. What layer would that be? That layer. There, get some little stitches. Oh, bit close. Very nice. And then maybe we do a couple here too. Go. And then do another one. Very nice. Yeah. I don't know if there'd be anything in this part. Maybe. I don't know if I want to draw it in that part. I'll do a save for now, because that's pretty cute. I could also, to be fair, if I wanted to make this look more knitted, I could take... We're going into the I'm doing more work for myself now. For some reason. Let's look at this and do just an ever so slightly lighter version. And go in and start doing like more of this. And then it'd probably look a little bit more knitted. But there, I could do that. It might be worth doing it, to be honest. The other thing is, did I? Oh, I think I did. I did. Okay, I put the shading on the wrong layer there. That's my bad. Eyedropper that color, and just paint over that. That's meant to be on this layer. Go. And go here. What was a bit dark, that is. Like so. Oh. Make sure all of these are included. There we go. There we go. And just hide some of the stuff. The undertop and the dungaree top. Yeah, that's fine. It's just so that it's got a little bit more shading on it. That's fine. Okay. That's the layer we're doing that on. Good stuff. And this goes to this and 9. And switch back to there. And then we could... There we go. There you go. Where can I see it? Oh, do I have something highlighted? Oh! No, I just had the wrong brush. Okay. I wonder if I can copy and paste them. That might make it a little easier. Would that be cheating? Maybe if I do a few rows of this and then I copy paste it. Because it's gonna take forever. Oh dear. There we go. Like, I'm all for texturing things, but oh, why is my mouse doing this? Come on now, mouse. Is it because you've been working a while? There we go. And then that one, that one, one, that one, that one. Okay, let's try copy pasting that. It might work, but it might not. It'd be nice if it did. Ooh. I'd say that works pretty well. And can I warp it at all? If I take these two, merge the layers, can I edit, transform, distort that? That's not quite what I wanted. Transform warp? This might be closer to what I wanted. In honesty. B, how goes it? I hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. Excuse me, sorry for my voice. I hope you're having a good day. I'm just trying to work out how I can spin some of this. I'm being lazy, B. Very lazy. This is gonna be an arm. It's gonna be an arm, and I'm being very lazy. I'm trying to make it look knitted in the laziest way possible. But basically, I don't want to draw out all the spots, which I will have to draw a few out of now, but like this, you know? Because I'm lazy. And then I'll do a few of them round here. Like that. And then I guess I can probably... Okay, yeah, those last ones were not good. Okay. It's difficult without this bit. Okay. There we go. These bits I might have to do. Just because, yeah. I'm doing good. I overslept after my... Oh my god, yeah! You had a 12-hour stream! How did it go? Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. I hope you had a lot of fun. Heck, B. I hope it was fun. What did you get up to? Also, let me shout you out real quick. Anyone who doesn't know B is a really, really sweet bean streamer. They do games. They're really good at Apex. They do Dead by Daylight. Do a bit of everything. And they're really heckin' sweet. They've got a lovely little community over there. If you're looking for somewhere to chill out with B. You won't regret it. Oh, you're... Go. And then that up there. That over there. And stretch that over there. Ah, it was fun, but so tiring. I didn't realize my throat would hurt after talking for so long. I know. The last time I did such a long stream was when I think I was doing the Final Fantasy IX speedruns. And they ended up being like 13 hours long. And then at the end of the speedrun, you'd like belt out Melodies of Life. Like scream it out. And my god, the next day my lungs would be like, ah! Oh dear. It's a ride, but it's very fun. There's a lot of hype. I think the 12-hour streams are really good for just like a lot of really good energy. Yeah. Like not something that I would do on the regular, personally. Like 6 hours is kind of like a good stop off for me, but yeah, they're really good for like just a really hype time. But then the next day it's sleep. It's sleep. That's all I can do the next day after a 12-hour stream. It's like I can just sleep. I'm afraid. I'm useless today. I sleep. There we go. All this up here. Go, get all that around the corner. I would like to do some small ones there, but I'm gonna have to probably do those on another layer because I'm gonna erase them afterwards. Just like it's here. Just for the bottom. Did I do an annoying? Yeah, I did. I jumped. But then yeah, I'm gonna go back and erase the bottom of those. So there we go. Very nice. I'm back onto 16. Oh my gosh, Jenny. No, I'm definitely not going to be doing them often. Oh, no, they are tiring, but they're a lot of fun. Oh, I was the eraser, that's why. I keep doing that. Being like, why can't I draw? What's going on, huh? Because I'm trying to use the eraser tool. That's why. That's why you can't draw. I'll be drawing with that one. That's no good. There we go. And all the way up into there. And then just another one out there. Yeah, I'm definitely copy pasting this to the next side. I'm sorry. Everyone's allowed to be disappointed in me, but I can't redo this on the other side. No. This is why I'm not artist. Because I can't do that. Artists can do that. Me? No. Absolutely not. Copy pasting it. Copy pasted was created for a reason. That reason being that I don't have to do this twice. Oh. Especially since I'm almost guaranteed no one's gonna notice this texture. Almost guarantee it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, that's that. Wait, which is it that I want? Is it this? Yeah. Look how bloody subtle it is. I think I might... Oh, wrong there. And just redraw these ones on a different layer. Because they're a bit invisible. There you go. It does kind of look a bit more fluffy. You feeling better? Still living on soup. Still living on soup. I think the doctor said it was actually week 4. Week 4 of living on soup. But I will say I'm actually doing very well. I have lots of protein shakes. I'm not losing weight that bad, and I'm doing pretty good. All things considered, I could be a lot worse. So, you know, we got that. What's this one? That's the outline. Okay, good. That's what I want. Gonna do this. Oh no, that doesn't work. Ah. Can I merge these? Yes. Yes. And then do delete. 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 There we go. That's a fluffy arm. I wonder if it looks fluffy to you. It looks kind of fluffy to me. Sorry, it's okay, don't worry about it. Also, Comical Chaos, I hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. Texture looks good. You could change the colour to make sure it's noticeable. That's true. I could make it a bit more noticeable. Welcome on in. What have you been up to? We are doing a heck. Damon, what did it... Wait, what? It is important that you must. Message deleted by moderator, and then you should message removed. You got that? I won't repeat this. Wait, Damon, I don't understand. It is important that you must. Message deleted by moderator, and then you should message removed. Oh, I see! I got it, I get the joke. Also, Sneak, thank you for the follow. I'm sorry that you immediately went into the soup. Well, welcome on in. Hello. Wait, I shouted out Bateman Returns. I shouted at the wrong person. God, well, Bateman Returns is great too, to be fair. I wanted to shout out. Bateman, you did me a bamboozle. Comical Chaos, what were you up to? I got heckin' bamboozled. Ah, dear. Right, what is these layers? I'm gonna merge a lot of the layers for this, to be honest, because I don't want them all separate. I think that's all good. Yeah. Yeah, little arm, little sleeve. Oh, we're just chilling and playing random games while doing banter. Plan to sleep shortly. It's like 10 PM for me. That is fair enough. If you need to get some Z's, you get some Z's. We are designing over here a Goblin VTuber. They're based around the idea of hoarding every craft thing and then putting it on themselves. So they're very crafty. So they got like lots of wool and yarn hair, and then they got the knitting needles and crochet hooks and buttons and unpickers. Lots of little craft details. Heck yeah. That's what we're making. And I just did a sleeve. I need to do the other sleeve too. And shall I have fun with the art? I will, thank you, Sneak. Ah, dear.
No, that's a lot of damage.
It's a heckin' lot of damage. Ah, dear. Right, let's get sleeve outside. Sleeve, outer, R. There we go. What's this? Oh, that was the plan for the sleeve. I can delete that now. And then we should probably do the inside of the sleeve. So let's boom, 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 boom. We just need to do a bit that goes between them. Otherwise, what will happen is when the sleeve moves, there'll be a bit that doesn't move, and that's kind of a problem. So I'll have this be go from here to here then. Very nice. Like that, and we'll go enter, and then we'll probably do a layer underneath that is, I guess, the same color. That's fine. Let's just remove that. This bit doesn't need to be very big because you won't see very much of it. You probably need it like that. And it probably needs to be quite dark. So maybe have it a slightly darker colour than this. Like so, and then yeah, it puts the sleeve or the arm. It will put it in like a hole. It looks like a croissant. It puts the arm in a croissant. Then I'm going to take the part that we've done here and make it a lot darker. Bigger. Maybe from the other side, actually. Like that. Yes. Very nice. And that means it looks like it's on the inside. Good stuff. I kind of want to do some stuff on the bottom of the sleeve too. I love all the little floofs. What do we want on the end? We could just have lines of pink. Be fine. That might make it look really fluffy, actually. Where's my eyedropper? Pink. Let's do it on an extra layer so I don't mess it up too much. I just want it to look really, really knitted. Thinking. Oh. No, I'm drawing on the right thing this time. Why can't I see it? Oh, is something highlighted? Maybe that's it. Yeah, that's it. Ah, wrong one. Also, I do see just in there. And he's fixing. Oh, no. Smaller. There we go. And there we go. And then right next to it, do the other ones. And then, like, yeah. Oh, maybe not quite so far over the edge. Cute! Does that look knitted? I can't tell if that looks knitted or not. I'm not sure. Did I do anything else? Nah, I think this is fine. Moist updates! Oh my god, you're right. Shoot, I must moisten. Thank you. Dear. And I don't know if it looks like knitting or an infestation. I'm not sure. I'll keep it, it's fine. We'll keep it. I might make the colour a little lighter, but we'll keep it. Yeah. Can I copy paste this yet? Maybe. Let's see. I should be able to, because this doesn't get bigger or smaller. Ah, no. Not from there I can't. So I need to actually go from in here. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. That's okay. I can do that. Oh no! Let me just delete my work. Yeah, that's better. And then I just need to rotate it slightly. And put that there. Nice. And then do it again. And edit, transform, rotate. There we go. And oh, there we go again. And put that. guess that's good. I think... I might need to erase around here a little bit. Like that, and then just do a little bit there too. Yeah. Other than that though, I think it's okay. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna look at it from a little far away because yeah, it needs to be a slightly lighter color, I think. Did it start there? No, it starts there. Merge those. I just yeah, honestly, that's better. That's better. I might just get rid of the ones around the outside, like what do you call it? Use the eraser and just go. Boom. And neaten up the edges like that. Yeah. Pretty good. I like that. And just make sure there's nothing offering over here. Go. I mean, that looks pretty knitted. I like that. I think it looks like it's been knitted. I'm going to, I don't know, maybe put some more details on it at some point. You return. Shifty Proof, do you think this looks like a knitted sleeve? I've tried very hard to make a knitted looking sleeve. It's not easy. It's not easy making a knitted sleeve. I think it's very heckin' cute. Yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy with it. It's just, I'm not good at clothing. Clothing is really hard. But I think it looks like how I want it to. It's like slumped off the edge, and you got the big cuff and everything. I think that's kind of how I envisioned it. Just get rid of the bottoms and I'll fill in a bit here. You know, I have a vision in my head, and I think this is how I visioned it. You know? I'm pretty sure. Oh, thank you for the horn. Needs to go up there a little bit. There we go. And then we can merge these ones. Not sure what that is. I'm gonna have to check that. Oh, that's, yeah. The back. So let's rasterize that layer and merge those layers. So we have the back of the arm and the front of the arm. Yeah, there we go. So we can move those together. That makes sense. Okay. I think I'm okay with that. Means I could put it over to the other side, but I'm gonna do the top of the arm first and the hand because I'll copy it all together. The hands are not gonna be that vastly different. So I'll probably not copy it just yet. She'll be one armed. Do I want the sleeve to go behind that? I don't think so. I think the sleeve should be ahead of that. So I'm going to... Tricky because I kind of need it to be... They might have to stay behind that because the dungaree bottoms need to be above this, and I want this to be behind that. That's tricky. Well, I think, to be honest, I think I'm going to leave it there today. I've been streaming for nearly 4 hours. I think I'm quite happy leaving it here. She does look heckin' cute. And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with her just looking heckin' cute, you know? And I'll do some more work in my own time, I think, sorting that arm out, making sure that I'm happy with the hand before we go into bend the arm, because that's gonna be tricky. But I don't know, I think we set her up good for now. So now she is coming along well, and the hair's all heckin' done, which was a big job. The amount of hair, I'll wiggle out the way so you can see the layers quickly, but like, there's a lot of hair. Oh dear, there's so many. So yeah, we've done pretty good. I'm happy with that. Let's send you all on towards somebody else, I think. I'll get myself some lunch. Right, who is heckin' live right now? Oh, let's see. Oh, there's a few good beans. I think though, I'm a bit curious. Don't do this very often. We should just go on a bit of a wander through Makers and Crafting. Just see what's going on. Well, because you know, you always kind of end up looking around the same places. And I'm like, I wonder what's going on over here. Let's see. I just want to see what's going on. And Makers and Crafters is a good one to do that because there's not normally quite so many people in Makers and Crafters. Ooh, we could raid a chair. I always like raiding chairs. Very tempting, very tempting. Oh, how about... Okay, so as for the meme, yes, we are going to raid a chair, but also, unless they come back, they might come back. They are doing some plushie making, which sounds really, really cute. So let's raid them. They're doing heckin' plushie making. They only started 20 minutes ago. I think that's a good call. Let's do that. I have not met them before either, so let's raid somebody new. Heck yeah. Oh, that's not how you raid. Good job, Jelly. Very nice. Can I... There you go. And their name is Slowy. Let's raid Slowy. Heck yeah. If you would like a raid call, please do grab one. Heckin' chair raid. Are they still on chair? No, they came back. Unfortunately, they've come back. Nah, to be fair, it means we actually get to meet the person we're raiding, which is nice. But, you know, I'm always down for a good chair raid. They're making plushies today, which, you know, I'm a big fan of making plushies. I think that's really difficult and really cool. So let's heckin' raid someone who's making plushies. Do grab a raid call if you fancy. I'm going to be back tomorrow, but we're going to be doing petticoat stuff instead of the VTuber stuff. So hopefully I should be with Face. We shall see. Boo! Boo! Oh dear. But yeah, so we're doing petticoat stuff. Heckin' sewing. And yeah, I'll see you all soon. Have a lovely, lovely afternoon, evening, morning, whatever. Take care, everyone. Let's send lots of love towards Slowy.